Hello, and welcome to another episode of Spilled Ink with your hosts,
Daidus
and Emily. Our setup may look a bit different than it normally does, and I'm also talking a bit quieter than I normally do on Spilled Ink. Why is that, Daidus?
Well, that's because we are in our living room right now because our studio is not done yet, and our living room has no acoustic treatment. So the louder we are, the more echo there will become. So we're trying not to be too loud here. And we'll show some of our scuffed setup later to you guys. It's really scuffed.
It looks ridiculous, but it is cozy. And it fits the vibe of today's episode because we're doing kind of like a comfy draw and yap while we try out a new medium. And what medium would that be, Daidus?
Well, let me tell you about this acrylic marker set by Artix.
I think it's RTX.
RTX.
And I've actually never used acrylic markers before. What about you, Daidus?
I didn't even know there was different types of markers.
Really? You knew paint markers were a thing, surely.
Oh yeah, but I always thought them as like different. I don't know.
Oh.
Like graffiti, you know?
I guess it's because they're used for like different materials other than paper.
So I feel like these would be good at graffiti.
Yeah, and actually, we received two different types of acrylic marker sets from RTX. We received this one, which is the 60 artist grade color set, which has highly saturated colors, 4 metal colors, 6 fluorescent colors, and 50 regular colors. And this is the set that I'm actually really interested in. This one is the 60B anime color set. This set provides professional color matching required for animation painting, which we're not doing today. I would die if we did another animation episode so soon after that last one we did. But in the spirit of this being sort of anime themed in color, we decided that the subject of our illustrations would be anime themed. Since it's springtime, cherry blossom season, and the box is like pink, so it immediately made me think of Sakura Miku. So that's who I'm going to be drawing.
All right.
What about you, Daidus?
For me, I've been playing a game. I'm like 60 hours in. It's a game called Metaphor Refanzio. I hope I said that right. It's like a fantasy game, and it has this guy. His name is Will, but you can rename him. I renamed him to Mark because he looks like Mark.
That's such a like ordinary name for like a fantasy game.
Will.
The pro tag of Metaphor Refanzio. Will.
Anyways, I think he's cool, and yeah, we're gonna draw him. And
okay.
I don't know. I'm into the fantasy binge. You know.
Yeah, you like fantasy. We know.
So, what are we doing with these markers, Emily?
Oh, right. So we're actually going to be doing an art trend that I think was really popular a few years ago. We're kind of late to it, but I figured it was fitting for our channel because it's called the Spilled Coffee Art Challenge.
Spilled ink, spilled coffee.
Spilled coffee. And as the name suggests, we are going to spill some coffee on our little shiki boards here. But first, we're going to do a pencil sketch. From the examples of this trend I've seen, it looks like people usually draw a sketch. They splatter some coffee onto the paper, and then they let it dry, and then they color the parts of the drawing that are within that coffee spill. I think it makes for a pretty cool effect, and again, I figured the spill imagery was fitting for our channel, and I don't think we do very many art trends, and I wanted to try one of them out.
I didn't even know this trend existed. I'm not trying to be a hipster. I was just like, huh?
No, I also didn't know, but I looked some up, and I saw there were some videos, so I think
it looks cool though.
Yeah, it does look cool. So I'm excited to try it, but as you guys know, we kind of have a hard time talking and sketching at the same time. So we're gonna do a quick time lapse of us sketching our respective characters, and then we'll be back to spill some coffee.
Oh yeah. Well, bye. We'll give you plenty of yapping when we're back. All right. See you soon.
See you soon. We are back with our finished sketches. How was the sketch process for you, Daidus?
Struggle bus. What about you?
I struggled a lot on the hand, actually. I couldn't figure out how to pose her hand holding the Hanami dango. So I had to look up a reference, and then the other, she's like offering it to you, and then I was kind of just done.
The handmaster struggled on hands, Emily?
I'm not the handmaster! But it's the one if you notice, like, people look in the time lapse, I kept erasing it over and over again, but then I got the hang of it, and Sakura Mika, what do you think?
Yeah, it looks very cute. I like it.
Thanks.
Got the mochi and everything.
Yeah.
You know what people will probably most noticed? That you finished a long time ago, and it's just me.
I don't have the patience.
Oh, you're so fast.
I'm sure I could make this better, but I was like, I'm done. What did you struggle with the most, Daidus? What gave you the biggest problem?
I can go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
1, what the heck is the pose? 2, what the heck is what kind of face he's making? 3, is he angry or is he happy? 4, like, I have to draw a fairy next to him. 5, I struggle with the fairy. 7, did I skip 6? I just, like, drew the eyes in the mouth, and I was just praying that it came out okay.
It turned out good.
I like it. I like it, guys. I like it.
I know the fairy was stressing you out.
The fairy was... I can't draw... I had to look up fairy poses because it was pissing me off. So here's another thing.
Okay.
I was trying to get the fairy to rest on the sword. Mm-hmm. I was like redrawing like on the sword. I was like, why does this look weird? I don't understand. And I showed Emily, and Emily was like, that doesn't make any sense. And I was like, why? And she's like, well, the way the sword is angled, she wouldn't be sitting on the sword like that. And I was like, wait, you're right. I was so dumb.
Just
like
cutting her ass up.
Yeah, I was like pissed off because I was just like, yeah.
I like that you.
Yeah, because if she sat flat here, she would fall off.
I mean, she has wings.
Yeah, but I was trying to go for like, you know, sitting on the sword.
Oh, that would have been really cute. But I do like that you drew her like kind of hovering next to him. I'm like praying for you to not get coffee on her because she is gonna be so difficult to color with those like fat nibs.
Oh, okay.
On the acrylic markers.
Like I said, this challenge, I've seen it very quickly, so I already forgot like what's gonna. So we're gonna spill the coffee on it.
So basically, not too much. You're gonna drip some coffee, and from what I've seen in the few videos I've seen doing this trend, they kind of smack it around so that it splatters a little bit.
Do we need protection because we're on the couch right now, and coffee is just quite staining. And this is white right here. I know no one can see it.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, let's put it.
Yeah.
All right.
Smart. Okay.
All right. There we go.
Okay.
Well, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Let's go in the middle here.
Okay. Oh my god.
And then have at it. I don't like this.
I feel like I'm gonna ruin my piece.
Yeah, I don't like this at all.
And then.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm scared. Oh.
Oh fuck.
Oh, that was a terrible aim. Oh my god, this is the worst coffee smell I've ever seen. It's you're too scared, so you're making it run down the cup.
No, this is just a bad vessel.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
We should have had a spout.
Let me just.
All
right, this is
Oh, you're doing more. So okay, get run by this too.
Dude, this cup sucks.
Yeah, you want to get a spout then?
Yeah, for yours, let's put it in a different vessel.
Okay. Yeah, that was not good for you.
You know what? I can work with it. I like that you can still see the pencil lines really clearly through the coffee. You know what? I don't hate it. But now I have to let it dry, and now the table smells like coffee.
I wonder if the piece will smell like coffee for a long time. It'll be nice.
Maybe. I'm gonna set this aside.
Yeah, let's get a paper towel and soak this up.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Be right back. Oh.
Alright, splatter.
I'm getting his face because it matches his skin color, which is nice.
You're not really splattering. You're kind of like dabbing it. Okay, there you go.
I don't want to ruin the couch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that looks good. Here.
That looks good. Yeah,
that does look good.
I can do one more splatter.
Okay.
Like a tiny, really tiny one.
Hey!
All right.
Wow, now the whole area smells like...
This is quite interesting. This feels very artsy. I see why this is a trend.
Yeah, right?
I kind of like it. You guys should try it with us. Although it feels like I ruined my... Wait, you dabbed it too perfect. Now it looks like...
What do you mean too perfect?
I don't... kind of like...
What do you mean?
I don't know. It feels like it's almost fitting in the lines, right?
You're the one who spread it out. You spread it out so it covered his whole face. You were too careful with your splattering.
It feels wrong. We're on a couch.
Hey, at least you avoided the fairy. You don't have to color in.
Aha, plan. My plan worked.
No, it looks good. I like it. You know what it'll look like, actually? I feel like it'll look like he's peeking at you through the other, like, parallel universe. He's peeking at you from the game world. We are back with our dried coffee spill art. We left it overnight, and now we're back to color them with the RTX markers.
Yeah, and I added a couple more splatters because it was too, like, perfect, and I didn't like...
It was, like, within the pencil sketch.
Yeah, and I was like, what's the point of the challenge if it's, like, too perfect? I splattered too much, too, because now I have to color this whole thing, which is funny, but at least I avoided the fairy.
Yeah, you're like, I'm okay with coloring anything as long as I don't have to color this tiny thing.
Yours came out great.
Thanks.
I feel like it came out a little too lighter, because at the first time, it, like, matched the skin tone of the character. And
and you were like, now I don't have to color it, yay!
Yeah.
But then it lightened up
Now it's a little too light for me.
Mm-hmm.
I have to maybe use watercolor or something for the skin, but... Or marker. We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll see how these work. Speaking of markers, I went through the trouble of painstakingly putting the little sticker thingies on them. Okay, and this is good. This is my first criticism for these markers, if you will. I don't really understand the point of having the stickers of the numbers separately. I feel like they should just be printed on the markers.
They should.
Already.
They should. Yeah.
So this was very tedious, but I did this box. I didn't do the other box just because it took a bit too much time. But we'll be using both marker sets. I'm probably going to be focusing on this set in particular just because I think it has more pinks. Can you grab the other box?
Yeah.
Here we are. Is the other one?
So these are not numbered.
Not numbered, so we're just going to wing it, I guess. The way people I've seen proceed with the coffee spill is they'll take like a pen and they'll outline like the splatter. And I think it also helps to give you a boundary for what area to color so you don't go past the coffee spill.
So we'll be doing that while we find
a little yapping.
When we yap. So you're already doing it, huh?
I am. Oh my god, I have to like really focus. This is hard. Okay.
And I'm sorry guys, our like I said, our setup is a little scuffed, so the shadows and the lighting is not controlled. We are in our living room.
Hey, you're in my way, grr.
And also,
Very tight
we have
space.
to fight for space here.
Basically, we have a stool in between us, and we're using this as a way to stop the table from shaking when we draw.
It makes a great armrest right now.
Yeah, it does make a good armrest. But I'm very excited for when our studio is actually finished so we can post a building studio tour.
Yeah, hopefully this is the only one time we have to film in the living room. I mean, although it is cozy.
Yeah.
But, there's lighting issues, there's reverb issues.
I sort of get the feeling we're going to have to record more episodes here, though.
No.
I don't know. It depends on when everything will arrive.
Yeah, we're waiting for the mail. It has all the soundproofing and everything.
We ordered a bunch of furniture off of IKEA.
Oh, yeah.
And they have, like, an assembly service.
It's very nice.
But we got to wait for them because it's on their time and their availability.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
You know what? The setup's pretty sick, though. Like, how scuffed it is.
Yeah, but it just makes it inconvenient when we want to, like, eat dinner and watch TV.
Yeah.
Because we're so close to the TV screen.
It's so funny. We're using the living room TV as, like, a monitor for our camera. And we're using the ceiling light that we got from Nitori.
We've been doing a lot of shopping for furniture. Because some of the furniture at our old place we replaced. Just because, like, when we first moved here, we didn't actually know how long we were going to stay here. So we kind of just bought whatever was, like,
cheap.
Cheap, quick, easy at, like, IKEA. But it has been a few years now. And so there were a few items that needed replacing. And we're like, okay, well, now we know we're probably going to be here for, like, a while. Mm-hmm. Fingers crossed. Mm-hmm. So now we're getting, like, house pieces that we're planning on having for a long time. And you've also recently gone into houseplants, Daidus.
Oh,
that's new.
I've been into interior design lately.
Yeah.
And then every time I'm like, Emily, what's your opinion? What's your opinion on this? And she just like doesn't care. She doesn't care about interior design.
I hate interior design. I hate it so much. One day I want us to have like a professional interior designer as a guest. Because I feel like interior design is kind of like an art in itself, no?
Yeah, no, for sure. It's tough.
Like how to utilize a space.
And make it look good, yeah.
I hate it. I freaking, it's been my least favorite part about the moving process so far. You love trying to figure out how to make a space cozy.
Well, not only that, I just like, because you're going to spend all your time there, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of the things that I do for interior design is like optimization. So, for example, we have a blow dryer. And there's no way to put the blow dryer anywhere. So what I did is I bought a little hanger for the air dryer that like it clamps on to the one of the shelves, and it's like a life changer because now I don't have to unplug the thing, wrap it around, you know, all that stuff. It's like ready to go because I always blow dry, at least my armpits.
Okay.
Like lately, it's like wire management for my computer. So now I have like a standing desk. I press the button. And I get now the wires like don't look ugly. But then if you go to Emily's room,
hey,
the wires are all over the place.
I've just always been like this. I love collecting trinkets, but I hate like figuring out how to store them anywhere.
Yeah, you'll buy like a bunch of trinkets, and we're like, Emily, what do we do with these?
It's just in a box.
We're gonna get display cases for that.
You know how like when people play Minecraft, they like look for ways to make their space really elaborate and like make these beautiful giant houses. You know what I've done the few times I've played Minecraft with friends?
You make a box?
I make a box. I make a box with like 6 chests and a bed, and that's my house. I don't know why I can't find the joy in decorating. Do you guys remember Happy Home Designer? It was like it came after Animal Crossing New Leaf. And I loved Animal Crossing New Leaf. It's one of my favorite games. So I was excited when I got the game, but it's basically like you're an interior decorator. That's the entire game. I played it for like a day and I got bored and I was like, I can't do this. They're like, hey, can you help us decorate this classroom? And I'm like, absolutely not.
I don't like interior designing in games because like, I don't know, if you draw already, it's like another creative, like you have to be creative, right? This is my problem with Breath of the Wild, the sequel. I mean, Tears of the Kingdom, Zelda, right? You have to be creative in that game because they did a lot of stuff where you can like make your own car and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But like, you know, if your job is being creative, you don't want to play a game where you have to be creative again, right? So like, I had a hard time playing Tears of the Kingdom. I like...
Sorry. I needed an AC on.
Oh, okay. Where was I?
You don't like when you're kind of forced to be creative, like think outside of the box for a game?
Yeah. But you should have turned that on after I was done speaking.
Sorry. I didn't know it was going to make you forget.
You know me. All right, anyways. Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah. Because, I don't know, I feel like it's so much brain power. Like... not to bring up Love and Deep Space again. It's been 0 days since I brought up Love and Deep Space.
Yeah, I know.
It's relevant. There's like a lot you can do in the game, and there is a little activity you can do where you have your own designated like little office space for each of the guys. And with the trinkets that they gift you and the stuff you win in like the crane games in the games, you can decorate that space. Mm-hmm. And each love interest has their own little space that you can decorate. I have not touched that feature at all.
Yeah.
I think I tried it out for like a little bit, and I was like, I can't do this. You set up like bookshelves, and then you put stuff on the bookshelves.
No, I don't think I would.
And then you set up like these bulletin boards, and then you pick which photos to like pin to the board. It's very cute, but I don't have the patience.
I think that's the difference between like if it's an interior design kind of game, mm-hmm. I don't think I'd be like, I'd like it, right?
Yeah.
The only reason why I like it in real life is because I live there.
That's true. You're like actually using it.
I see my plant. I say, "Hi, plant." You know, like whatever his name, Beans. We got a plant named Beans.
Beans.
Root Boy. When he grows bigger, he's gonna become Root Man. He looks like a guy, little dude.
Little dude. Oh.
That's okay.
Sorry,
you didn't mess up anything.
Sorry. I'm gonna use. Can you pass me that test paper over there?
You want your own or just
that one?
Okay.
All right.
Oh yeah. By the way, guys,
Look at that, so thick.
This is not the best to use for the coffee challenge because as you can see, the board is bent.
Like warping.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I thought it would work well because obviously if you use thin paper, it'll also warp. I feel like it's just unavoidable.
Well, I think it's fine. Like if you put something, you can like maybe like put something heavy on it. It'll straighten it out maybe after.
I think I'm gonna start coloring. I'm just gonna go for it.
You're done already?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, you know what sucks? I really like my sketch. Like, I like it a lot. and I know the acrylic marker is gonna override it.
Yeah.
so-
Oh, yeah. So acrylic marker is really scary because
It's like paint.
it's literally paint. You can't blend it. Maybe can you blend it? I don't know.
I feel like it's really hard to.
It looks like you overwrite.
Yeah.
The thing.
Just like acrylic paint.
Yeah.
What's this one? This one's like shiny. Hold on. I'm like messing. Ooh. Oh, it's like highlighter.
It's a very powerful
like
marker
neon.
though. It's really nice.
Yeah. Look at that. It's so thick. Very solid. Very opaque. Acrylic markers for the first time. Oh, okay, you know what? This isn't too bad. It doesn't totally cover up the pencil. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, the wine glass that we drew Ichika on, I did test whether it was washable, and it, in fact, is washable.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll, I feel like these would come in handy if you're, like, at a party and you need to write down everyone's names on their glasses.
Yeah.
And cups. You can just use these. But we're going to be using them for art today. Now, I'm wondering if I made my pencil lines too dark.
No.
Okay.
It's part of the, it'll look cool anyways.
Yeah, I hope so.
But I always like drawing on shaky boards.
Yeah, it's fun.
It gives a comfort.
And also, like, I don't know, it gives it the feeling of, like, a finished framed piece because of how thick it is.
And golden.
And gold. So I want to make sure I'm proud of this. Oh my gosh. I feel like it's, like, running out of ink already. Am I crazy? It's, like, fighting against the coffee. And remember, you have to color within the coffee spill. So everything else is pencil. I feel like I might actually leave the coffee stain as the skin color.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, might take your idea.
My original plan. Ruined.
Oh, okay,
Whoa,
no,
whoa,
I'm
it
fine,
scared
I'm fine.
me. Oh my
Sorry,
goodness.
I thought
Oh,
I thought I overcolored. Okay.
Oh, yeah. You gotta pay attention to that, I guess. Huh? I have to pay attention to
I
that.
like zoned out for a second. I was like, wait.
Something I would do.
You know what's interesting? I don't know how this works. Like, the acrylic marker covers the ink, like the black ink, more than it does the pencil. So I have to be really careful around the... I mean, I can always draw the lines again, but...
See. Okay.
I'm surprised by that. Well, I wonder why the pencil is...
Well, hopefully you can...
I'm wondering if the coffee kind of locked the pencil sketch in. So it's, like, harder to erase.
I'm fine
or
with that.
override. Yeah.
There it is. That looks really neat.
Yeah, right? It looks cool.
Should I do the hair first? Oh, man, I guess I should, huh?
So I feel like with these acrylic markers, you kind of have to treat them like layers. Like you start with the like bottom layer and then you keep adding onto it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like you have a base color and then you...
Oh, and then you can make a gradient like that.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Very smooth, though.
One of the things that I think is really nice about having our studio at home is we don't have to give ourselves a time limit for an episode. Because if we have to travel to like a different space, we kind of feel like, okay, we have to finish recording everything for this episode.
Yeah.
Within like the day, because you don't want to have to come back the next day, and like we've had to do that before. Like come back the next day because you were too tired or something.
Yeah.
I like that now. If we get tired, we can just go to bed, wake up,
Come back the next
and
day,
then
baby.
and then just walk upstairs and be like, all right, let's finish up this episode.
I love it. I love
Without
it.
having to like take a train or a taxi.
I think that's the number one reason why we wanted the studio at home. Mm-hmm. So we don't feel like we're in a rush. I think that's the main problem with the art is like feeling like you're in a rush. You don't want to. You don't want that feeling all the time. Maybe for deadlines, but yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes like we're not feeling an episode.
And we're there.
Yeah, like we're not in the mood to do art, but we have to force ourselves because we already went through the trouble
Right.
of going there. I like that, like, if I don't feel like drawing for an episode now, I can just be like, all right, I just need a breather for like 2 hours.
Right.
And then I'm
then-
ready to go again.
Yeah, we can go somewhere else, take a breather. If we take a breather in the old studio, there's not much we could do. You know?
Yeah. Or like if one of us finishes too quickly
Oh, yeah.
and like has to wait for the other person.
Me?
No, sometimes it's me. Sometimes during Inktober, I was the one who kept screwing up. And,
Oh,
like,
that's true. That's true.
you had to wait for me to finish drawing my thing.
That is true. Surprising.
Yeah. But like now we don't feel that extra pressure of like I'm keeping someone waiting and I'm taking too long, I have to hurry up.
Right.
Like if
You could just leave. And
if you're taking too long, I could just be like, all right, I'm gonna go to my computer.
I love that. I think that's the #1 reason why, really wanted a studio at home.
I just feel like it'll be better for our mental.
Oh, definitely.
Not saying that like
Yeah, no.
our mental wasn't good, but this one's just more convenient in so many different ways.
Yeah, thanks to Geeks Plus for letting us use the studio space for sure.
And now we can decorate the space however we want because it's our space now.
Yeah, so okay, now I could get into this.
Oh yeah. This is your forte.
Our
Go
old
ahead.
studio space, like I knew it was temporary. We just wanted the echo gone, and there's this, that's it, right? Mm-hmm. Now that I feel like it's like kind of like our own space, I'm putting more time into making it aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
Like I'm putting brighter colors in there, not just black. Black is like depressing, you want to do art like in a, I don't know. I'm doing a white, green, brown environment,
nice
like
and bright,
naturey environment.
Especially because like we're not getting any natural light from the windows because we're using like blackout curtains.
Yeah, you have to. You don't want to deal with like sunlight. You can't control that while you're recording, so you kind of have to have like artificial lighting.
So it's just a good way to add a little bit of life and color into the space without having to depend on like window light.
I just like the feeling of like this is my space. I can do whatever I want with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it look really cozy and nice, and if you're gonna do work, you might as well make it cozy, right?
Yeah.
Or draw for fun, which we're gonna have a corner where it's like you don't even have to. Oh yeah.
Okay, corner where you don't have to what? No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have interrupted.
We're also gonna have a desk in the corner of the studio where like there's no camera or anything. That's just if you want to like do traditional art and just want to. No distractions, a little corner in the studio.
And you were inspired to get that set up because when you were working on your manga contest submission, you had to use our coffee table.
Yeah, in the living room. It was chill though. It was chill, but I felt like I was dirtying up the place, This
is kind of therapeutic.
It's pretty chill once you get the sketch done.
I kind of like how it's not a super blendable medium because I don't know. I feel like it adds less pressure for me.
Too much choices.
Figure out, yeah.
Choice paralysis. Us at 7-Eleven. Emily, you take way longer at 7-Eleven to pick your food. You would take like an extra 10 minutes. What do I feel like eating?
I like looking at my options.
I just find it funny that I don't feel like this coffee spill challenge at all because like I said, it's like majority.
You're basically coloring your whole picture. It's so funny.
I made a mistake. I wish I spidered it better. I was too afraid of getting the couch all coffee stains on it. I was scared.
So you're going for a scratchier look, huh? With showing the whites in between?
I don't know yet. I think I'm gonna get rid of the whites eventually. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to think of this in terms of Clip Studio Paint layers.
Oh, really? I think what I'm doing is I am doing the scratch at first just to make it textured a little bit. Mm-hmm. So and then when I go in, I'll fix it in the details or something. Okay. Maybe. That's what my plan is. I think. I never know what I'm doing, guys.
Hey, that's the part of this channel's charm. It's just us figuring stuff out together.
I think my whole life with art, I never have a process. I always just
wing it.
Hope for the best.
I think it's so funny. Sometimes I'll ask you Daidus, how do you do this? And you're like, I don't really know. I
wish I did.
You're like, I kind of just do it.
There's two types of artists. There's the analytical one, and then just I don't know. You just I felt like I needed it. Ew. Oh, okay. The spill is doing something now. There we go. Okay. Now
I don't know why I'm so nervous.
Follow the spill.
I'm so nervous working on this. You know what, though? The process is not that bad, actually. And then here's our board where we're testing colors.
Yeah.
I do like the feel of these paints, though. It does feel like old school, animation. They drew, the cells. And the colors are very solid.
It's absolute. What color you see is the color you get.
Yeah, I like that.
Copics is you gotta guess. You're if this dries.
Which 5 colors do I need to blend together to get this effect?
Yeah. It's a lot more simple.
I like this because it feels like I'm basically using the bucket tool.
Just 100% opacity.
Yeah.
In Photoshop terms.
This is fun, actually. I don't know why I expected to not have a good time using. I think it's because it's a new medium, so it's a bit scary. But I think I'm enjoying it.
I think just starting in general is just always tough.
You know what though? I think it's also because I'm drawing Miku.
Miku.
Ooh-wee-oo.
I know it's a meme song, but I love that song.
One of the things that we have watched recently is that new documentary on a Goofy movie.
Yeah, I think it's called Not Just a Goof.
Yeah, Not Just a Goof, where it talks about the story of, I guess, how a Goofy movie was made and sort of the trials and tribulations they went through. Apparently, they didn't know that a Goofy movie had, like, a cult following till, like, 2018 or something, which is surprising to me because I don't know, I feel like that movie's been really popular. I mean, I didn't watch it until I met you. Mm-hmm. But that has been like your favorite movie since you were a kid.
My
like
favorite
your favorite
Disney
movie since you were a kid.
It's just funny to me because like every time people are like, when as I was growing up, right?
Yeah.
People are like, "What's your favorite Disney movie?" And every time I said a Goofy movie, they would just like they'd be like, "What? What is that?"
Really?
I don't know. I think it's just like. For me personally, I felt like it wasn't very popular until like all of a sudden like social media blew it up.
Yeah, and everyone online was like, "Wait, you liked a Goofy movie too?"
Yeah, and I was like, "Wow, this is interesting." But like, where was his attention back then? Now, now you go to Disneyland or Disney World or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, they have 90s night.
Yeah. That and like you can find. I bought a pink obnoxious T-shirt of a Goofy movie at Disneyland, but like a couple years ago, I feel like
there was no
Goofy movie merch or even the sight of Max like existing.
I feel like it's because the people who really loved it, like we were all kids, right?
Yeah, and they grew up.
And like, can't really show the appreciation for the movie with their dollars because everyone who loved the movie were children. And then they turn into adults with disposable income and they're like, I want Goofy movie shit. The people who are behind Goofy movie are like, oh, I thought it was like a failure. I didn't know you guys liked it that much.
Right, so like in the documentary they talk about that. Like as the release came out, the critics like pooped all over it. It's true because like I watched it in DVD. Right? I never watched it in theater, so, it's like one of those sleeper hits that the DVD eventually makes it popular. There's a lot of movies like that where
I feel like
DVD...
Prince of Egypt, I think, went through the same thing, where it wasn't like a huge smashing success when it first came out, but then everyone online collectively agreed, like, this is one of the greatest DreamWorks films ever made.
I'm so glad. It makes me sad though because they'll make these masterpieces and it won't like catch on for like years and years and years.
Yeah.
And they feel like a failure, but in reality, you cannot deny Prince of Egypt is like so lit.
It's so good.
The music is like gone.
My actual favorite like movie musical, if that counts.
Right?
Where I'm like,
definitely counts.
I wish they had the songs in karaoke like they do.
Right, no, sometimes they do. It depends.
It's like how they have in every karaoke place, they have every goddamn Disney song
except Hellfire.
Yes! Yeah. Every time we're like, sorry, I like yelled into the mic. But every time we go to karaoke, we're like, hey, let's look for Hellfire. They never have Hellfire. They sometimes have Out There from Hunchback.
They always have Out There.
They have Out There, and then sometimes they have God Help the Outcasts.
Yeah.
But they never have Hellfire, and I'm like, that is like the most iconic song.
Yeah, I don't understand.
In the entire movie. How do you not have Hellfire?
I don't get that.
They even have the Bells of Notre Dame, which is like the super long intro song.
Yeah, they do.
Oh my
God. Doesn't make any sense.
One time, we showed up to Japanese class like an hour too early, because I got the time wrong. And we didn't know what to do for an entire hour, but there was a karaoke place that was next door to the school. So we just went, we booked the place for an hour, and we just sang like Disney songs. And Daidus sang the Bells of Notre Dame for like 10 minutes.
The bells, 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 bells. It's like an 8-minute song. I'm like, why is this in here?
It's so funny.
It's literally the intro where like the lady dies. The mom.
Oh, yeah, they like tell the whole story. But pro tip for you guys who come visit Japan, there's actually a karaoke chain where they let you connect your phone so you can actually pull up like your own karaoke videos off like YouTube.
What is this called?
Passe Labo Resorts. There've been a few times where I would have like a musical themed karaoke session with some girlfriends who also love like musical show tunes, and we would just connect it to our phones and pull up like musical songs and just sing those, because the karaoke tablets never have them.
But I mean, if you want to sing Japanese songs, anime songs,
they have all of them.
They got too many. In fact, it is their country.
Oh, shoot. Wrong color. Damn it! Okay, hold on. Freak! Freakity frack!
What the fire truck? Bells,
Bells, bells, bells
of no truth. High note.
oh.
By the way, we cannot sing, by the way. Just
We can't sing, but I feel like that's what makes us the best karaoke goers.
Yeah.
Because we're the people where we sing our song, and that gives everyone else the confidence to sing their song.
I'll never forget, we karaoke'd with someone, and they're like, why aren't you guys harmonizing? We're like, what is harmonizing? What does that mean?
We're like, it's not that serious. Why do we have to harmonize?
So anyways, Goofy movie, one of the best movies of all time.
Eye to eye.
Why is this so good? I have no idea. It just still makes me sad that like I understand. I think because Lion King obviously came out like a year before that or 2 years before. I have no idea. I'm sure it was like close by, right? I mean, obviously it's gonna be overshadowed by Lion King, but it's a good documentary though. Like
Yeah.
I really like all the struggles they go through because it's very art. It's very so art studio-y. It's just
I cannot believe Goofy was almost not voiced by Bill Farmer.
right. They almost Chris Pratted him.
They almost Chris Pratt. No, that is crazy.
Imagine Goofy sounding like just a dude. That's like insane. You did a great job, by the way. Even in the serious parts.
I want us to meet Bill Farmer.
I would be like, say something. Say something.
Dude, no, you know what voice actor I love like watching do his thing?
Jim Cummings.
The guy who voices Winnie the Pooh and also Tigger and also Pete. I think he also did part of the singing for Be Prepared.
Be prepared.
Yeah, that guy is, oh my god.
He has a lot of different voices.
You know how you hear a voice and you can kind of hear the voice actor? Like, you're like, oh, I can tell who that is.
Right.
It's like when we watch King of the Hill, and I can usually guess who the guest voice
Dale is, or yeah.
Oh yeah. But like, you hear it, and you're like, oh, I can hear the person.
Right.
I feel like with Jim Cummings, he sounds so different in all of his roles.
It's hard to tell. Right?
It's hard to tell.
Truly talent.
So good.
Goofy movie's so good. I love how loved it is, but I'm also really annoyed that now Disney's all of a sudden like you forgot about like Goofy movie, and now that's popular.
They're like, oh, it can make money now?
Yeah.
Guys, isn't a Goofy movie
it makes
amazing?
me so mad. I'm like, where was this like years ago? Like, like now you're bringing up like 30th year anniversary and like all this stuff just because social media blew it up. Pisses me off.
I mean, that's business.
Disney's evil.
I mean, yeah. It's
toying with my kid feelings right now. Buy this popcorn. We're gonna get it. They have an exclusive
the popcorn bucket of Max dressed as Powerline. It's a sick popcorn bucket.
It is pretty sick.
It's really sick.
Where was that before, Disney? Why?
It's because you're older and you have the disposable income to spend on nostalgia.
It's annoying feeling like a hipster for all your life, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's the most popular thing ever.
I notice this happens to you a lot.
Yeah, I'm a hipster, I know.
But you catch on to things, like, before they blow up, and then when they blow up, you're like, damn.
I've got good taste, what can I say? Actually, Fire Emblem, it was in Melee, right? Mm-hmm. And that's how I learned about it. And then I started playing the ROMs for the Super Nintendo, and I just became, like, the biggest Fire Emblem fan. I mean, not the biggest, but, you know, like, a big Fire Emblem fan.
Yeah.
And then, like, there was, like, threaten of the game just dying off forever. Awakening was like the last game that was gonna come out, but it sold like hotcakes, and they're like, okay, I guess this is our new IP. It's because they put dating in it.
Oh, did Fire Emblem not always have dating?
No, they had dating, but like this was like more apparent dating.
I don't know. I love me a good.
You could still pair. You could always pair like characters together and have them married.
Unfortunately, I am that kind of audience where I'm like, oh, you can romance.
No, me too. Me too. I am.
Well, don't mind if I do.
No, I'm all for it. Like, that's me too.
Like, I think part of what got me so obsessed with Baldur's Gate 3 is not just the combat. The combat is phenomenal. It's so fun. You can be so creative with it, but also the fact that I can date and smooch. You know, adds that extra layer of appeal.
No, I feel that with, like Harvest Moon and stuff. I'm like, who's the candidates? Like, who can we marry?
Who am I gonna rizz up in this small little town?
It was Karen in N64, by the way, the drunkard. she was terrible. She always left the house. She never comes home. No, there was this game, Wonderful Life, Harvest Moon Wonderful Life for the N60. Oh, sorry, GameCube. For the GameCube. I married Nami. Nami is never home. She
What's she doing?
She just walks around and like just leaves you alone. It's like so sad. I'm like Nami. Why do I pick the worst girls in Harvest Moon? They all like just leave. I like
they just neglect you.
It's all the toxic girls I'm like dating.
It reminds me of Shane from Stardew Valley.
Oh,
he's
Shane.
He's like the town hot mess train wreck.
Oh no.
And he's like the alcoholic. Through romancing him, you kind of like help him, and like he finds like a hobby of like raising chickens and stuff. Like it seems to have turned his life around. But if you marry him, so when you marry the love interests, they have their own like custom room that gets added to your house, and his room has like beer cans all over the floor and like dirty footsteps. So it's like, have you not improved, Shane? Why are you leaving dirty tracks in the house?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's like funny, but it's like, damn, my boy deserves better. Oh, and then with I like Sebastian because when you marry him, you'll eventually find like a frog, and then you have a little frog tank in your house.
Stardew Valley.
Very you-coded.
I never played. I only played the game for like 2 hours.
I feel like with Stardew Valley, I'm very predictable with who I romance. I basically just picked the person that like reminded me of you.
Hey.
So Sebastian's the guy who like lives in his mom's basement.
Oh yeah.
He's on the computer all the time.
Oh yeah.
And he has like 2 friends he hangs out with.
That's not. Hey, wait. I have more friends than that.
And every Friday night, they go to the bar and just hang out in the game area.
Hey,
and then on every other day, besides that, if he's not hanging out with his friends and if he's not in his computer, he's like standing somewhere by himself.
Oh yeah, I mean.
And he smokes, but like that's the biggest difference between you two. You don't smoke.
Thank God.
I like Sebastian.
friends.
Shane's compelling too, but I wouldn't romance him.
To be fair, if I was in a super small town like their little town, I'd probably have one friend.
yeah, I think that's the idea. Very small town.
Wait, you're the type of guy that's just like, I want to leave this town?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's very like, I can't wait to leave and go to the city. Can't wait to get out of this tiny town.
Honestly though, big mood.
But then when you marry him, he's like, you know what? I like the farm life.
Yeah, no, I felt that. Like, once I left Maine, I'm like, I miss grass. Especially when I lived in New York, I was just like, you know what? I need grass in my life.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't miss California.
I personally just don't like how the seasons don't change. I need my seasons changing. I need my orange leaf.
Every time you visited me in San Diego, you were like, I feel like I'm in a simulation. Why is the weather like perfect?
It's fake weather. Fake weather.
You know, I had a dream once that I lived in a simulation. For the record, I don't believe we live in a simulation, but it's just fun to like joke about. But I remember I had a dream. I was at Disneyland with my friends. And the sky looked really weird because there were these weird, like, this hexagon pattern in the sky. And I remember commenting on it. I was like, doesn't the sky look really weird? Like, why does it look fake? And as soon as I said that, the hexagons, like, changed so that the sky looked normal.
Oh, that's annoying.
Speaking of dreams.
Oh, here we go.
This reminded me, this morning, I was very concerned because I woke up to the sound of Daidus. It sounded like he was whimpering. Like... And I was like, I thought he was having a nightmare. So I woke you up and I was like, hey, are you okay? Like, what happened? You having a bad dream? And you were like, no, I was laughing. I'm like, why are you laughing in your sleep? What were you dreaming about?
Normally I don't remember my dreams, but I remember
Same.
this so vividly. Oh, it was so stupid. There's this like PvP game. It doesn't exist, by the way. This is a make-believe dream game. And like, you know how you can put stats into your build? Yeah. And apparently, I needed an achievement to, like... Everyone has swords, shields, guns, and all these crazy weapons. And, like, this is an achievement where you had to get a broom. And then I was like, okay, I'll just put all my strength to make the broom really good. But then, like, you know, I had a mentor there that was just like, no, you can't put points into strength to make the broom stronger. You have to put it on defense because it doesn't scale with strength. So, like, you make this super tank build... And your broom does like one damage to people, and it makes like the trolls mad. This is make-believe game, by the way. Make-believe
It's not real.
Make-believe players, by the way. So this guy was raging at me because of my broom build, and I was just like so tanky, and I was just whacking him constantly.
Doing no damage.
Doing no damage, and I just wanted the achievement, and like that's why I was laughing. And I didn't even know I was laughing because I was dreaming, of course, right? Emily like woke me up, and she's like, "Why are you laughing?" But like I was laughing in my dream, so I was like, "Oh, I was laughing because of my made-believe PvP broom build." Made up PvP tank broom build.
It's just stupid.
It's so specific, and like I say, I always forget my dreams every time.
Me too. I always forget them. I think it was funny. I think when you were trying to remember why you were laughing, like you had just woken up because I woke you up, so you were like really disoriented.
I was like, huh?
And you were like, why was I laughing? Oh, broom.
Broom.
Broom build. I wonder what game your brain was basing that off of.
I don't know. Maybe Dark Souls or something. I don't know.
Broom build.
It was like first person too, which is weird. It's literally my brain conjured it. Conjured? Conjured, yeah.
My brain conjured
English
it.
is my first language.
I feel like I made the line art too harsh, so I'm trying to figure out how to...
Oh, that's looking really clean. It really does, like, you're making it like so computery anime.
Computery? This is my cell.
It looks
My cell frame.
Very celly. Very it looks so I need to come up with like it's kind of like yeah, I give up. Cell shade, I guess.
You just gave up.
It's clean. It's clean. It's like computer clean.
But I feel like it's too... I don't like how strong the line art is. I'm gonna soften it up a bit.
Really? I have to redo my line art, I think.
Wait, why? That looks... Oh.
The hair completely just demolish any sense of like lines.
I like how you're blending it though. It looks good.
I feel like I should use liner for the eyes and not a marker though, because you know some of you guys are like, "What the heck is this character?"
Looks like Marth.
And it looks like Marth. This is a character from Metaphor Refranzio. His name is Will. You can rename him. I renamed him Marth. He is the main character from this game. And it's kind of like Persona 5, except like in the fantasy world, and like the themes are like more about death and politics. A lot of politics, actually. Mm-hmm. Most of the game is about politics because you are, you know, a boy and everyone's racist against you because you're a part of this tribe that no one likes. And he's trying to abolish, you know, he wants equality for all tribes. And basically, he's in this political way to become king. You have to get the popular vote to become the king. So you have to appease the people around you.
So it's just a game where you're trying to get everyone to like you and like not be racist against you?
Yeah, you're basically a politician dealing with like corrupt, like fantasy, big church guy. Well, there's some church guys. There's like a church guy that's like, oh, I have the popular vote, and you have to like outrizz him.
Oh my god.
And then you obviously have like the main. There's like this blonde guy. I forgot his name. I played like 60 hours in the game, and I still forgot. Oh, I forgot his name. I'm bad with names. Anyways, that guy.
Blonde guy.
He's kind of like the Griffith of you know, the game, where he's like a beautiful man with leadership, and he's like evil and stuff like that.
Always the blondes.
Always the beautiful long-haired men. Yeah, the guy really does remind me of Griffith, though. Beautiful men with power, rising the ranks. But yeah, the game is like turn-based, and if you like Persona, you befriend people, you know, you party.
Is it by the same
makers,
like art
Atlas?
direction? Oh, okay. I was gonna say the art reminds me of Persona when I saw you play it.
It's basically fantasy Persona. I know people don't like to say like, you know, compare, contrast, but if I mean, like, come on, like if you were to put them side by side, they're very similar, right?
Yeah.
I personally like it a lot because, you know me, I like my fantasy, I like my swords, so it appeals to me a lot. I almost did draw Miku with you though. I was thinking about it. I was like, it would be kind of fun to draw Miku. Miku is very fun to color and draw.
Yeah, I suggested you draw a deep sea Miku because that was the Miku that reminded me the most of like your like theming.
Miku is like the hair, you can make it flow. She's a cute girl. There's many different versions of her. You can do a lot of hair tricks like color gradients with her hair. Her eyes are like, you know.
Yeah.
I see why like a lot of fan art exists for Miku. It's very crazy design.
I went for her because I love the way people draw her pigtails.
Right? Yeah, you can like...
You can make them like fly all over the place. And I was like, you know, I think that'd be fun to use with the coffee spill.
Coloring Miku is a good test for your markers, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Or any art medium. Like, yeah, you don't even have to do Miku's colors. Like, this is pink, you know? It's
yeah,
like
Sakura Miku, baby!
This is like so many colors you could do. It's crazy. We do want the statue. We don't collect Miku statues because if you did, you'd be infinitely, like, your wallet would be screaming help.
Yeah, there's too many.
There is one Miku statue that she's holding a Wacom pen. And it's like,
I saw
and it has like the art rulers around
We saw that
here.
at One Fest.
It's like an art Miku, and I was like, oh my god, this is so sick. Like, dude, we should get it for the studio. It looks so sick.
Yeah, I kind of want it.
We gotta pre-order that stat.
Mm-hmm. We are back from our time lapse. What's the update, Daidus? How we doing?
All right, so, you know what's funny is that I didn't realize, but from my angle, right? You know how it's shiny? You see this? You see at the top here?
Yeah.
But if you angle it, like, it gets really kind of dark. It gets darker, right? I was using this as shadow the whole time, and then I realized that when I moved it, it just shined like this, and I was like, no, my shadows are all ruined. So I literally had to go over all of the metallics.
Use a metallic marker.
And as you can see, it's like, it's still there, but like, hey, the darkness shows. That's fine, like this. But yeah, I had to fix that, and it took you know, some time because I thought I was cooking, and then I was like, oh no.
The hair looks good.
So I guess there are metallic markers in here, and I guess it's the ones that have like a shiny cap or something. Anyways, my bad.
But you finished the hair, yeah?
Almost. Just some finishing touches, but I think we're just gonna yap as I continue. But, you know, Emily being Emily, she looks like she's almost done here. So what's up with that?
I think I'm almost done. I like how it turned out. I like how as soon as I finished like coloring everything, I was like, man, this is such a Emirichu drawing.
that's good though.
Every time I think I'm like veering away from my style, I like fill everything in and I'm like, nope, still looks 100% like my art, which is fine. I have a distinct style, I guess.
Yeah,
which I'm grateful for.
No, you should be grateful for that. 100%. You know how many people out there that still like, can't find my style. Well,
I just want to shake it up sometimes, you know? I want to experiment a bit, but I like how it's turning out so far. It looks very solid. Daidus did suggest that I make the lines a bit darker. Right now it looks kind of like I'm making like a world map. You see this in the corner?
It looks cool though, but like
yeah.
I think from afar it's kind of hard to tell that you spilled coffee on it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna darken the lines, especially since some of them did get covered up a little bit by the acrylic markers. So I'll be doing that while we yap, and then I think I'll be pretty much done.
Yeah, we're just gonna yap a little bit, and then probably go back to the time lapse where I finished the piece. After, because I still got a lot of work to do here.
And then we will discuss.
And I'm thinking since his skin color is a little bit darker, I think I'm going to do watercolor at the end and just try my best to not ruin the piece at the end. I have like all the markers. You should see the battlefield.
I know. Dude, our space looks a mess right now. Oh, but it's okay. It's okay. This is just the growing pains of moving studios.
So, moving.
Oh, yeah.
Emily. The gremlin that she is.
What did I do?
She decided to pack at the very last second. So she was up for like 48 hours just straight packing. And the amount of, I don't want to say useless stuff, but like stuff that like, you know, doesn't serve a purpose in any life at all. What do you call those things? You have a lot of stuff.
I do. Hey, I threw out like a lot. I had a lot of trash. But, yeah, when we were packing, I kind of came to the realization, like, damn, I I spend a lot of money on stuff that I really don't need, which I've been trying to do less of.
You're a hoarder. I'm just kidding.
I'm not a hoarder. There's just not too much space.
I'm kidding. You're not a hoarder.
Like, I don't buy, like, gachapon stuff anymore, just because, like, there's no space for these little trinket things. So I only buy the ones I really like. What'd you do?
This is a silver thing that blobbed. Whoa, what if I made this sword silver? That'd be sick.
That would be kind of sick, actually.
Well, it looks metallic. What the fuck?
Yeah, I guess that's another... You didn't test it before you applied it to your art?
Oops.
You know, what do you think we have the test board for, Daidus?
Wait, this is sick, actually.
Wait, what? Wait, that does look really cool.
Right? It looks,
Makes
metal.
it look like an SSR card.
Oh my god, it just comes off, though. Like, look.
Like, you should wipe it.
Am I supposed to use a brush for this? Like,
No. I think it just, like, exploded.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's, like, covered.
Oh, it's on my fingers now.
Yeah, be careful. All right, try it again.
Oh, much
there you
better.
go. There you go.
Anyways, Emily was up for like 48 hours.
Just trying to pack all of my things.
Packing.
You know what's funny?
And you know what's funny? I want to say it first. I told her like 4 days, every single day. I was like, Emily, you gonna pack? Emily, you gonna pack? Emily, you gonna pack?
What was I busy doing?
I think. You were just. Oh yes, you were drawing. You were drawing lads. She's drawing lads the whole time.
I was drawing Lemon Deep Space Fan.
I was like, Emily, pack, Emily.
Listen,
she's like, no, it'll be easy. 48 hours later, no sleep.
Listen, when inspiration strikes, I heed the call.
I'm just saying, because I was packing, I was like, oh my god, like even my computer room was like giving me a long workout here. Like, this is crazy. So I knew Emily had so much stuff. I was like, Emily, you have to pack. You have to. But anyways, so the packing process. How was it?
Called out.
We had
I hate packing.
There's two kinds of services that we've heard. That there's one service where like the big company, a whole bunch of men come in and then they organize everything for you.
Oh, they pack your stuff.
They pack your stuff into boxes for you.
Well, okay, I don't like that. Number one, it's super expensive, obviously, and then number two, I like knowing and labeling my boxes, and I like knowing where all of my things are.
Especially my computer stuff. I'm just like,
yeah, I don't want to have to sift through like 20 boxes to look for like a thing when I could just pack it myself and I automatically know what box it's in.
I'm sure they have a system to organize it, but I'm like, if I have to spend extra like $1 bajillion just for this, I'd rather just pack for it myself.
Yeah.
I'd rather pack the box ourselves. So we did have this company where it was like a bunch, like 4 dudes. We came in, just picked up the boxes, put on the truck, moved our giant couch onto the truck. And what's funny is that our new place, the living room was on the 2nd floor. So they have to bring the sofa up the stairs and it kind of swirls a little bit. And then I felt kind of bad. I was like, oh.
Our computer chairs wouldn't fit through the door, so they had to disassemble it.
And then put it back.
I was very grateful. I left a glowing review. Don't worry. I left a glowing review.
We did. It was great. They were great.
But yeah, they're really nice too. But other than that, oh my god, the moving process has been not fun. The thing that makes it worth it though is we love our new area so much. I'm not gonna say where we live or where we used to live, but where we used to live was very office building-y.
Yeah.
So basically everywhere we went, it was just like salary people.
There's not much to do.
I would dread inviting people over because I knew that like there would be nothing to do. But now our new area is a lot more nature-esque, and there's a lot more to do. So
more nature-y walks and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I've been planning and it's also close to the station, which is nice and convenient. I've been planning a sleepover for later this week to have some girls over, and it's going to be a really good time. And I'm actually, for once, like really excited to host because I know that there's a lot we can do.
I think there's more room too. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's more space because we had to find a place that had a little extra room just so that we could fit this building studio. Yeah. It was honestly worth it. It was fantastic. And the rent's cheaper, actually, than our previous rent because we lived in, like, central Tokyo at our old place. So the rent was kind of expensive. And this one's a little cheaper. So, like, it feels too good to be true. But it's been really nice. I'm really happy here.
Yeah,
very cozy.
We feel much better, especially just working at home. It's just great.
The only thing that I've had to really force myself to get used to is having a garbage schedule.
Ah, yes.
I'm not used to that because at our first apartment, there was a whole garbage room on the bottom floor, and you would just take your garbage there, and it would get sorted. But now, since we live in a house, we have a specific garbage schedule. So there's a day where the garbage people collect the combustibles. There's a day where they collect bottles. There's a day where they collect cans. There's a day where they collect cardboard. There's a day where they collect plastics. All on a different day. And so I've like memorized the garbage schedule, and I'm terrified of doing it wrong because I don't want my neighbors to get mad at me. I've heard stories.
Yeah, they are. There's trash police, which is a good thing, but you know.
Like the hall monitor, but like for the neighborhood, it's the trash.
They narc on each other too.
Yeah, I'm like, I want to be a good resident. I want to be a good resident, please. I think you're right, Daidus. I think thickening up the lines was a good move.
Oh yeah, that looks.
Now it looks more like a spill.
Yeah, I like that better. I think that looks better. Yeah, that looks great.
Well,
I think the reason why we need thicker line is because we're using like opaque.
Yeah,
very
that's true.
dark color. So we kind of like. I think I might have to do it too.
Yeah.
Like, at the end.
I just went over it with this. Anyways, I'm done. I like it that you're kind of going for like the lineless look. It looks really neat.
I'm not. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of line at the. Yeah, Emily.
Oh, sorry.
You keep hurting yourself.
We're gonna talk about that now?
Yeah.
So, I have really bad spatial awareness. I've had to get used to the dimensions of this house. I don't know, like, it's also because there's boxes in the way that we're unpacking, so I'm just constantly, like, hurting myself. I don't know.
Sharp corners, a lot of sharp corners.
Daidus' joke that we need to get those, like, those foam, like, baby
corners? Yeah.
Baby-proof, like, foam corners to put on tables and stuff.
It's true, we do.
I accidentally sliced my finger open the other day on trying to use a box cutter to like open some boxes. The day before that, I went to answer the door when Daidus came home from shopping and I slipped and scraped up my leg.
Right.
The other day in this building studio downstairs, like the wood foam pieces fell on my ankle and I had to get a band-aid. And then what else has happened? I don't know, man.
It happens so often that sometimes I don't even know what happened to you.
You don't even react.
Wait, oh yeah, I broke my mug too. We have like these couple mugs.
The Shin-chan mugs that we got from the airport.
You should bring them out. They're awesome.
I'm gonna bring them over. I want to
So we drink coffee in them every single morning. And the first time I broke mine, I dropped it. I was so sad because I thought it was like rare. We found out that we can just like buy it again online for like $17. We're like, okay.
Not even 17. It was like $10.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
I need you guys to look at these cups. They're so cute. We found them at the airport and they were displayed right next to each other. Tell me this isn't the most like on brand mugs you've ever seen in your life. So this is
look, there's a squid right there.
And then there's Shin-chan and there's a little sis, and then here's the inside. The fishies. And then this one's mine, and it's Shin-chan. It's a Shin-chan cup with strawberries.
That's very us, huh?
Isn't that cute? Look at it.
What's perfect is that it holds the perfect amount of coffee that we drink, too.
Yeah. But at our last apartment, Daidus accidentally dropped his, and it shattered into pieces, and he was very sad. But then we ordered a new one, and then shortly after we moved into this house, I dropped my mug, and it shattered into pieces, and then I had to order a new one. So these are the 2.0 mugs.
2.0, yep.
They're our favorite mugs.
I'm glad they're not super rare.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. There are some things that, okay, let me get closer.
Oh boy.
Because I go to a lot of like limited time events and limited time collab cafes, I'll sometimes buy like kitchen stuff. Mm-hmm. But because they're limited time and because they're exclusive, they're very rare for the most part. And then it makes me not want to use them. I know if I break them, they're not easily replaceable. And one of those things is this Oran High School Host Club tea set, where you have this teacup, the Oran High School Host Club branded
I didn't even know you had that because you never use it.
I don't want to. I'm like scared. And then comes with a little Oran High School Host Club branded like little tiny dish.
Oh, that's good for soy sauce.
I'm not using it for soy sauce. I think you're supposed to put little like sweets on them or something, or like sugar cubes. I don't know. But it's so cute. The thing is, I pre-ordered this when I went to the Oran High School Host Club collab cafe, and I had to wait several months, and it was expensive.
Really?
Yeah. So
is that popular over here?
Yes, it's so popular. I love this so much, and I love this so much, and I don't want to use it because if it breaks, I will be devastated. So keeping this in our cupboard.
There was one time Emily had this limited edition Sakura mug, coffee mug, and it was like limited edition. It was like super rare.
It wasn't super rare, but it was limited edition.
If you were to rebuy it, it's definitely not $20. It would be more than that, right?
Yeah.
So did I break it?
No, we put
broke it.
We put it in the dishwasher,
Oh, that's right. And the prints came off. Like the
Yeah.
Sakura petals came off.
Yeah.
And it ruined your whole day. You started crying. You were crying constantly, and we're like, no. It was a very sad day.
I did end up getting a replacement off of like Mercari.
I know, that's so sad.
But
though.
that was like my first time experiencing the heartbreak of like ruining a limited edition item.
Right.
So now, you know what? I understand why people keep stuff in boxes in like mint condition because you don't want to ruin it.
Well, not only that,
Anyways.
but boxes look sick.
I love how, because I'm done, I'm just bringing over like dishware. Showing my dishware. Here, I'll show another one. Give me a second.
That's the beauty of being at home, man.
Here's another thing that I got from a limited time thing. This one's a little annoying. This one annoys me a little. Cupot Cafe, as some of you guys may know if you watch my collab cafe videos, Cupot Cafe did a collab with Cardcaptor Sakura a few times. And the first time I went, there was this limited edition Cardcaptor Sakura cup. And then you see on the back, it says Cupot Cafe, Cardcaptor Sakura. Beautiful, beautiful cup. The year after that, they did another collab with Cardcaptor Sakura. And they had a Sharon version.
Ah.
It's kind of hard to see, but you know, the guy, Sharon Lee.
Yeah, I see him.
And then on the back, it says Cupot Cafe, Cardcaptor Sakura. The thing that annoys me is that they changed the cup dimensions for the second round. So as you can see, the Sharon cup is a little shorter and thicker than the Sakura cup. Like, they're different sizes.
I don't like the size of this. I can't get my hand in it and wash it.
It's like a Pringles can.
We never drink out of this because it pisses me off washing it.
They released...
A Pringles can.
Yeah! And the thing is, they reprinted the Cardcaptor Sakura, like, original cup, except with the dimensions of the Sharon cup. So, but, like, I already bought this during the first run. So why would I buy a second run just to match this one? But now I have mismatched cups.
Oh, that's evil. I hate that. That reminds me of, like, I have a manga collection, and on the spines, the numbers hit perfectly, but there's a couple volumes because they changed publishers. It changed.
Oh my god, it's so annoying.
Spines. It was awful.
I mean, I still love them dearly, but I was like, I'm not gonna, cause like, you know, these cups aren't cheap. I'm not gonna buy a second Sakura cup just so that it matches, because then I'm gonna have two mismatched Sakura. You know what I mean?
Well, this is why I made a rule. I'm like, Emily, no more cups. We can't buy any more cups, any more mugs. We have too many of them.
No, but they're so cute.
I know, but you know, they're everywhere. Like, whoever has like too many like good mugs, like cute mugs and stuff.
Here's another
You're
mug.
showing more? Okay.
I'm just showing my mugs. This is when I went to the Clamp exhibit in Roppongi, which showed a lot of Clamp's original art, like the original art, like behind frames and stuff, and like original manga pages. And this was one of the mugs in the merch store. And see, it's the Cardcaptor Sakura manga panel mug. Isn't that cute? Look, little Sakura. Anyways. This is, I need to rinse this one, but this is a soy sauce dish with a little capybara sitting in like a bath. So you can have him sit in a bath of soy sauce.
It's awesome. Guys, this is no longer an art challenge. This is a dish showing video.
Just showing my little novelty kitchen items. We have Chikawa shot glasses. Hachiwara.
Oh, I love those. Those are sick. We don't even drink. We don't even take shots.
We don't take shots. We're too old for that. But if we did, it would be in Chikawa. Oh, this one's interesting. What is this from?
Oh, this one's so funny. Oh my god.
Okay.
This is Snafu.
Snafu. So this is one of those like waifu cups.
So this is the funniest part. Look at the back.
This is...
That's so funny. It's so funny. It's a lipstick stain. It's fake.
It's a fake lipstick stain, so it feels like you're like indirectly kissing her when you
so
drink out of
funny.
the mug. This is the type of fandom merch I live for.
Yeah, best girl, by the way. Actually, you know what? No, I like the girl that like. Never mind. Let's go.
I don't know these characters.
Never mind. I'm not even gonna. I'm done. Get me out. Get me out. This war is evil. The war is over. The war's been over. There's no war anymore.
Oh, is it over?
Yeah, it's been over.
Listen, I gotta keep the viewers entertained. So I have this Hachiwara mug.
Oh, yeah, she's
Where he
just
looks
showing
at-
off the whole collection.
Look at how sad he looks.
She's showing off her old collection in a random art challenge video. This is not even an art challenge anymore. This is
Spill that. You don't know what you're gonna get.
That's
Hey,
true.
You know, it fits. It makes sense that I'm showing mugs because it's a coffee spill challenge and it's related to coffee, yeah?
all right.
I'll allow it.
All right. A stretch, but okay. We take those, I guess.
Here's another mug I got from the Q-Pot Cafe collab. I like this one a lot. Classic soccer.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Pretty cute. Also doesn't hold a lot of liquid, so we don't really use it.
Yeah.
Okay, last but not least, like water cup. It's just strawberries. Kind of reminds me of Nana, but more strawberries.
Oh, I don't like washing this one either.
Why?
Pringle can.
Oh, really? Like your wrist gets stuck?
I can't reach the bottom, see?
Then this is by Gelato Peak.
No, don't use that one.
Also, I ate chips out of this recently, so it's a little dirty. We have this bowl, and it looks like Pooh Bear is looking into your bowl.
Oh yeah, that one's sick. I love this
I
one.
love this.
I love Pooh Bear.
It's so cute.
How can you hate Pooh Bear? Impossible.
He's so cute.
Imagine hating Pooh Bear.
Tokyo Disney has a popcorn bucket that is shaped like a honey pot, and there's a little Pooh Bear in the corner, like sticking his hand in.
I know, but it's hard to get. We haven't found it yet.
I know. No, it's because you have to get it at, I think, Tokyo Disneyland, but we always go to Disney Sea.
No, I feel like we've been to land though.
I think you have to get it from the honey popcorn stand.
Oh, okay.
I know, dude. The popcorn buckets are. You have to go on like a quest. Like that Max Powerline popcorn bucket that was exclusive to 90s Night in Anaheim, California.
You say, like, you show me an item and I kind of want it, and I'm like, oh, I mean, that's cool, but do I really need it? And then they go,
it's exclusive.
It's exclusive. I'm like, I need it. I need it. I need it.
Like that Heen plush from Ghibli Park.
Yes.
You're like, I don't really care about House Moving Castle, whatever. And then you found out it's like
exclusive.
Limited number every day,
and I'm like,
and it's exclusive to the park. And you were like, now I need it.
Now I need it. Yeah, okay, let me just say, I like these markers.
I'm glad.
I know we're sponsored by them, but I just like how powerful they feel. It just, I don't know. It's fun. It's a different type of coloring, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks good.
And by the way, you guys are seeing this warped, like, so the drawings might look a little off because, like I said, look at that. See?
Yeah,
sorry,
from the coffee.
It'd probably be like this, more like this.
Yeah.
I'm like bending it right now.
It's okay. We can put a weight on it afterwards to make it not bendy.
Alright, so I'm back from the time lapse. I'm struggling a little bit because originally when I spilled the coffee in, the color of the skin was like as dark as the character, right? And I like that. But when it dried, it lightened up the skin. And, you know, I want it a little bit darker. So I tried to do watercolor paint. I forgot that these Shiki boards, they do not hold water very well. So that was a bust. And then I was like, maybe I could do colored pencil for like the skin color. And none of these colors match. So what I'm gonna do is I made another shot of espresso. I'm gonna take this paintbrush and I'm gonna go and see what happens. Okay, I switched to a wine glass because it's easier to pour. And here we go. This is gonna go so wrong. Ah! Oh my goodness. Believe in the process. Believe in the process. Come on. Oh my god, I keep pouring the wrong area. Okay, I might have ruined. That's fine, that's fine. It's fine. I can always go over. The markers are strong enough for me to go over the stains. I just gotta get it spreaded. That's all. No worries, no worries.
We are finally done with our coffee spill art.
Boom.
Here's mine. Woo!
Also, remember again, it is warped.
Oh, yeah, it
and
did
also,
get warped,
the
yeah.
angles matter a lot because the light is like reflecting certain things. So let's give it a good old rotate here.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Yours has a lot more like texture. I guess because you use different markers and like colored pencil.
Maybe I accidentally did metallic blue. I have no idea. I was just trying to get a dark blue. Okay?
It looks good though. I like it. I like the lineless look for the hair.
Oh, the sword is cool. The sword's cool.
Yeah, the shiny.
Okay. So I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
Because I have a lot to say.
All right, what's up?
First of all, these markers are pretty dope. I actually like them a lot.
Yeah, they were a lot of fun to use, actually.
They're just very powerful. If you want to just go over something, it just...
I think what's also nice about it is that, I guess, when you're, like, coloring with them, it's not one of those things where, like, you need to have a lot of control with how much color comes out. It's just, like, solid, solid line.
That's true. It's very, like, you don't have to think too hard.
It's very straightforward, yeah.
You don't have to think too hard, which is nice. So, anyways, I had the problem with, like, you know how the coffee's kind of light here?
Yeah.
It might look darker on the screen, but in real life, it's quite light. It's quite light. I wanted his skin color to be a little bit darker. So, what I tried was watercolor brushing. And guess what? We forgot that these Shiki boards do not hold water very good.
Yeah.
Actually, it's terrible.
Yeah.
So the moment I put watercolor on, it just like pooped everywhere. Emily was like, "Why don't you try putting coffee on it again?" And I was like, "You know what? I'll try it and see if it layers up." And I put it all over the face. I thought I ruined the piece, as you can see from the recording. I thought I ruined it. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it again. So I poured it again off camera and dried again. I did it again, dried again. I was like, this is not working. Like, I wish I can, like, go 5% opacity every time. But it takes, like, what, 15 minutes, 20 minutes to dry? Then I just, I got out the colored pencils and it just...
No, it looks really good.
Yeah, I'm happy about it. I'm happy I didn't have to color the fairy. For this part, I think it looked better. I had to go all over it again, thicker this time, so it just shows. It just looks like a splatter now. I did, unfortunately, done goof with this challenge of. I just hit like the whole piece. I just like. It doesn't look as cool. It doesn't look like, ooh, a coffee stain did it. It just looks like a map.
He's the duke of this whole country right here.
Yeah, you know what? He's king, maybe. Also, one last thing before Emily shows off her piece. As I was doing the triple coffee spill, I spilled over here. And as you see, if I angle it, it's a little white. Whiter to the paper. It's because I spilled more coffee over here. And I was like, no, that doesn't make sense with like how I cut it off. So I went over with the just pure white one.
This piece gave you hell.
It was a lot of trial and error, experimental, and I've been at it for a while because, as you can see, most of the time-lapse footage is just me. At least been done for ages, but hey, we're home. So the best part is that Emily just goes somewhere else, and I'm just here. All right, all right, Emily. So
that is Will. He looks great.
Just
beautiful man. So here's mine. It's pretty straightforward. It's Sakura Miku.
I feel like you did the coffee spill like a lot better too.
You think so?
This looks like a country.
I know it does. These are the Miku Islands over here.
The Miku
and then over here. Yeah, I like it. I don't know what else to say. I colored and then I left. Honestly, like, this was a really fun time. I really enjoyed using the acrylic markers. My first time using them, and they were pretty fun. It felt like I was drawing a poster.
Yeah.
Because it felt like, you know how like poster
paint?
Yeah, it's like very like solid.
It did feel like poster paint, but like in a marker form. Huh?
But yeah, I really like how it turned out. I think Miku turned out very cute. I like how clean it looks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think you need some highlights in these dongos, though.
These dongos are looking a little flat. I do agree. Hold on.
Emily has no patience, so she's like, I can't.
I'm like, am I done yet?
The speed run.
Can I go? Oh, you're right. Okay, the shine makes them look tastier.
It makes them look like candy, though.
Whatever.
Yeah. Hey, wait. Is this like cherry? Put
no, see, that was gonna. The highlights were supposed to be over there, but it's covered. I thought about that already. See, I'm sure I could have added on to this, but I was like, I'm happy with how it looks.
Wait, you got a pencil? Just go right there. Just do that. I think it would be cool. Just
what, making it
just make it darker. There you
darker?
go. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, I can make this darker.
Yeah, make it a little bit darker so it shows that like, oh, it's uncolored.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyways, that's my Miku, and she's holding Dango. The part that gave me the most trouble, I think, in the whole thing was just sketching the hands at the beginning, but...
I like the white outline you're going here.
Thanks!
Yeah, I just love how... It sounds mean when I say this, but like how flat, like the colors.
Yeah.
It's like clearly 2-block, anime. It's sick.
I like how flat it reminds me of like
old school anime.
Art. I would see it in like an anime opening.
Yeah,
like very
2000s,
very bright, very
2000s
bright
anime.
Yeah.
So let's get.
Whoa!
Remember, the lighting changes the pieces a lot. So yeah, look at that. Sweet. Yeah, that's clean, Emily.
Thanks. Damn it. I'm doing that thing where I'm noticing like a mistake. This eye is a bit more wider than this eye.
Okay. I can't barely. No.
No, okay. Like, I love the piece. Don't get me wrong. I love the piece. It's just that one little thing. You know, every artist, when they do a piece, they like notice one small little error and they're like, but it's cute though. I like it.
It still fit. Like, it doesn't look cross-eyed or anything. So
yeah.
I think it's fine.
So I had a good time. These markers are a lot of fun to use.
All right, so that is the coffee spill challenge, was it?
Yeah, spilled coffee.
Spilled coffee.
And big thank you to RTX for sponsoring this video and also for sending us these materials. Maybe we could try this challenge again, but not with coffee. Maybe we could use like a different liquid. I don't even know.
Honestly, this challenge is kind of fun. I kind of liked it.
It's a lot of fun.
I see why I caught on.
And big thank you to our patrons who got to watch and comment on this video early and also get some sneak peeks. And if you would like those same privileges, please check out our Patreon in the link down below. And thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Spilled Ink.
And links below for the RTX.
Yes, link below if you're interested.
All right, bye.
Yeah. Bye, see you next week.